Do you work hard, but your bank account still looks empty? Then this video is for you. Most people don't stay broke because they're lazy. They stay broke because of small, seemingly harmless money mistakes they repeat every single day. And the worst part, nobody ever teaches you how to avoid these. School doesn't cover it, and often, our parents didn't know either. Today, I'm going to reveal the 5 money mistakes that are silently keeping you poor. And I need you to listen closely. Mistake number 3 is destroying more financial lives than you can imagine, often without people even realizing it's happening. Make sure you stay until the end, because fixing just one of these habits can completely change your entire financial future. Let's dive right into the first mistake, which is probably the most common one I see, believing that if you just earn more money, all your problems will magically disappear. It sounds logical, right? If I have no money, then getting more money must be the solution. But it's a dangerous lie. Here's the hard truth that nobody likes to hear. More money doesn't fix bad money habits. It only magnifies them. It's like pouring more water into a leaky bucket. The bucket just leaks faster. Think about it. We all know people who earn a modest income but manage to save, invest, and live comfortably. At the same time, we've all heard stories of lottery winners or high-paid athletes who end up bankrupt just a few years after hitting it big. Why does this happen? It's because of something called lifestyle inflation. When your income goes up, your spending goes up with it. You get a raise, so you upgrade your car. You get a bonus, so you move to a bigger apartment. You start a side hustle, so you start eating out more and buying designer clothes. If every new level of income comes with a new level of spending, you'll never actually get ahead. You'll always be running on a financial treadmill, working harder and harder just to stay in the same place. You'll always be chasing money, but never actually catching it. The real solution isn't just to chase a higher income. Before you do that, you must first learn how to manage and control the money you already have. Master your current budget, plug the leaks, and build strong financial habits. Then, when you do earn more, that extra income will actually build wealth instead of just funding a more expensive lifestyle. This brings us to the second mistake, and this one really hurts for all the hard workers out there. You wake up early, you stay up late, you're always busy, always on the go, always grinding. But somehow, you're still broke. The problem is confusing being busy with being productive. Being busy doesn't automatically mean you're building wealth. Most people spend their entire lives trading their time for money, and the harsh reality is that your time will always run out. There are only 24 hours in a day. You can only work so many hours before you burn out. The wealthy understand this. They don't ask, how many hours can I work this week? Instead, they ask a much more powerful question. What can I build or create that will pay me even when I stop working? They focus on decoupling their income from their time. This is the secret to true financial freedom. So you need to stop only selling your time. Start thinking about how you can build assets. This could be anything. It could be high-income skills that command a higher rate, like coding, digital marketing, or sales. It could be digital assets, like an online course, an ebook, or a YouTube channel like this one. It could be starting a business that can eventually run without your constant presence. Or it could be investments, even small ones, in stocks or real estate that grow and generate passive income over time. Remember, being busy just keeps you tired. Being productive is what makes you free. Shift your focus from working in your life to working on your life. Okay, let's talk about mistake number 3. This is the one I warned you about at the beginning. This mistake is silently killing your finances, not because it's a huge, obvious expense, but because it's invisible and tied directly to our ego. We live in a world where looking rich is rewarded more than actually being rich. Social media is a highlight reel of fancy vacations, new cars, and expensive gadgets. It creates immense pressure to keep up. And so, people buy things they can't afford with money they don't have to impress people who honestly don't care about them. They finance the latest smartphone on a 2-year credit plan. They buy designer clothes on buy dash now dash pay dash later schemes. They fund a lavish lifestyle entirely on debt. And here's the really dangerous part. For a moment, it feels like success. You get the likes on Instagram. You get the compliments from friends. But what's happening behind the scenes? Crippling stress. Constant anxiety about credit card bills. A mountain of debt growing every month and absolutely no savings to fall back on. You're living in a financial house of cards, one unexpected expense away from total collapse. True wealth is the opposite of this. It's quiet, it's unsexy. It's the money you didn't spend. It's the investments that are silently growing in the background. It doesn't need to post receipts online. It doesn't chase validation from strangers. It's about having freedom, security, and peace of mind. So, before you make your next purchase, ask yourself 3 simple questions. Will this make me money? Will this save me money? Or will this meaningfully grow my future? If the answer is no, you probably don't need it. It's time to stop dressing for attention and start building for freedom. Now for mistake number 4, which is thinking that poverty comes from big, catastrophic financial mistakes. Well, a bad investment or a major job loss can certainly hurt. For most people, financial struggle is a death by 1,000 cuts. It comes from all the small, seemingly insignificant leaks in your budget. It's the subscriptions you signed up for a free trial and forgot to cancel. It's the daily coffee or lunch you buy without thinking. It's just a small amount mentality that justifies dozens of tiny impulse purchases every month. $5 here, $10 there. It doesn't feel like much in the moment, but let's do the math. A $5 daily habit costs you over $1,800 a year. A $10 daily habit costs you over $3,600 a year. Over a decade, that's tens of thousands of dollars. That's a down payment on a house. That's a fully funded retirement account for some. That's your freedom, just leaking away drop by drop. Here's a simple but powerful exercise. For the next 30 days, track every single penny you spend. Don't judge yourself. Don't feel guilty. The goal is not to shame yourself, but simply to become aware. Write it down in a notebook or use a budgeting app. At the end of the month, review it. You will be shocked to see where your money is actually going. You can't fix a problem that you refuse to see. Once you identify the leaks, you can start plugging them and redirecting that money toward your goals. Finally, we arrive at the 5th and perhaps most paralyzing mistake, waiting for the perfect time to start. This is the mistake of procrastination, and it wears many masks. It sounds like, I'll start saving when I get that promotion. I'll start investing once I understand everything about the stock market. I'll create a budget when life gets less chaotic. Let me tell you a secret. Life doesn't get easier or less chaotic. The perfect time is a myth created by our fear of starting. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to begin. Small, imperfect action today is infinitely more powerful than a perfect plan that you never execute. Momentum is a magical force in finance. The sooner you start, the more time your money has to grow through the power of compounding. So, start now, wherever you are. Save something, even if it's just $20 from your next paycheck. Learn something new about personal finance today. Watch another video. Read a blog post. Build something. Start that side hustle you've been dreaming about, even if it's just for an hour a week. Don't wait for the stars to align. Align them yourself through action. Being broke is not a life sentence. It's a temporary phase, but only if you make the choice to stop repeating the same mistakes. Look back at these 5 points. Believing more money is the only answer. Confusing being busy with being productive. Chasing the appearance of wealth, ignoring the small spending leaks. And waiting for the perfect time. I guarantee you're making at least one of them. But the good news is, now you know, you have the awareness. Fix even one of these and your future self will thank you for it. If this video opened your eyes and gave you a new perspective, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe for more content that helps you build a better financial future, and share this video with someone you care about who needs to hear this message. Because remember, money doesn't change people, it simply reveals who learned the rules of the game early. Thanks for watching.